Yo! It's Big Bang Talks Comics, the week of March.
8th?
No, it's
Ninth.
the 10th, man.
10th?
Is it the 10th?
It's the 9th.
It's the 9th. No way. It's not the 10th?
No, it's the 9th, man.
Man, we do this a lot.
We do this a lot, but, we're not perfect.
We're not. But anyway, this is Big Bang Talks Comics. I'm Daryl.
I'm Michael.
I was waiting for him to say his name. And we're here to talk this week's new books. Lots of cool stuff coming out, as usual. Is there ever a week where cool stuff doesn't come out?
There's not.
There's no such a week.
We never get a break.
We never do. So that's okay, because we love
Comics
and we like to eat.
Chinese food?
I was just waiting to see if you finished my sentence.
I thought you were going to say pizza.
No, I wasn't. Actually, I was going to say Japanese food, actually.
No, you weren't.
Well, actually, I was thinking Mexican and Japanese together. Anyway, we're off track. First up, before we go further, we want to invite you to the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Big Bang VIP experience that you can buy your tickets online at buybigbang.com or in store, $9.50. The adult ticket price. It's a 7 o'clock showing, Thursday, March 24th.
The day before the movie comes out.
The day before the movie comes out. Exclusive screening where we're going to have a pre-party at 6, an hour before the movie begins. Exclusive prizes only for those that buy this VIP experience through us. And also fun activities, games. You're going to get some more free stuff, and exclusive roped-off seating just for our Big Bang VIPs.
Yes, I mean, it is the showdown of the century. Superman, Batman, who's going to come out on top? You know who?
Doomsday.
The fans come out on top.
The fans come out on top.
That's who.
The fans,
it's like 2.5 weeks away, dude.
The fans come out on top too, yes.
You
But
know
almost, could it be Doomsday comes out on
How
top?
long we've been waiting for this?
Long time.
Like 3 years, man. I'm ready.
And I hope they don't pull off an Amazing Spider-Man 2 and try to set up a franchise and it goes wrong. But either way, you can buy it $9.50. Visit buybigbang.com.
Train's left the station, man. Train has left the station. They've already started production on Wonder Woman. They've already announced
Wonder Woman looks good.
J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon for Justice League.
I want pictures of Spider-Man.
Who did they cast as Mara? I forgot. Wasn't it like Emily Blunt or somebody?
I don't know.
They cast
Emily Blunt's supposed. That's rumor she's going to be Captain Marvel. They still say that.
I like the Charlize Theron rumors.
I'd go with somebody else.
Well,
I'm not saying Theron can't do it. Theron's. I don't know. It just.
I like her.
I don't know. Theron. I can see Theron pulling it off. But anyway, get your tickets. Limited number. Buy them at buybigbang.com or in the store. Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice VIP experience. Be ready. All right.
Yes.
Since we're on the topic of DC, let's talk DC's new books this week. One of the big books coming out this week is Action Comics number 50. Superman finally getting his powers back. Finally going to get his costume back. DC back with its meat and potatoes, which most people don't even know what that means. But, it basically get back to what's making the money, feeding the kids and the family, and getting back to what makes DC great. Hello, DC.
Hello, my honey.
Rebirth, man. Rebirth. You're wearing an Aquaman hat.
Yeah.
It's not even poop brown. It's bronze. Anyway, Action Comics 50. What do you think, Michael?
I'm ready.
Get Superman back in the costume.
Hey, they're doing weird. You've read it all lately, haven't you?
I'm a little behind on it, but yes,
he's like,
Kryptonite's giving him powers.
Yeah, he's like eating kryptonite almost. I mean, it's almost like he's Ultraman or something.
Weird.
Except it's giving him weird powers, not necessarily his usual.
He's
powers.
got like, anyway, Action Comics 50.
Yeah.
Batman Robin Eternal number 23, almost to a close.
Oh,
we're very, very close. End of this month, we'll bring it to a close. Finally, Mother, Batman, the Robins, and the Sidekicks showdown.
And Batman Ninja Turtles number 4. This is the book you want to be
getting book
right now. Like, this book is hot right now.
It is hot. This book is super hot, and you better get a first print while you can.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm happy. I have every issue so far, first prints. If I ever get down on my luck and need a little cash, this might be worth something.
Could be. But surely the collector at heart of you wouldn't do such a thing.
Yeah, I know, man. That's the downside. I got all these books and they're worth some money, but I don't want to get rid of them because I love them so much.
That's right. So, anyway, Batman TMNT number 4, Batman vs. Shredder. I don't know. It's just a great read. You definitely want to get this book while you can.
Good.
On the topic of Batman, there's also Batman Superman number 30. Also, tons of Batman versus Superman variants are coming out, and they're all polybagged. You might get a sketch cover, basically a full color version, or like I think a pencil version. Like one's inked, one's pencil-y. Anyway, Batman vs. Superman variants, get them now while you can. Especially, get hype for the movie.
Yeah. We also got Catwoman number 50.
Catwoman number 50.
I read about 2 issues of this book back in the teens, and I wasn't digging it, but
they're finally getting her back to what makes Catwoman Catwoman.
It's at number 50, so apparently some people must like Catwoman. So I mean, if you like Catwoman, this is gonna be a big issue, number 50.
Also, there's Dark Knight Returns 3, Dark Knight 3 Master Race collector's books coming in. Those are limited edition items. Grab them while you can. When you put them all together, the last one comes with a slipcase and has art by Jim Lee. Speaking of Jim Lee, he's going to be having a hand on the new DC Rebirth version of Suicide Squad.
Really?
Yes.
I'll be signing up for that.
Be looking out for that book. Also, Poison Ivy number 1, Cycle of Life and Death, second prints of number 1s are coming in this week. If you missed out on the first printing, grab the second printing. This book also is selling out off the stands. You can't find it. Grab it while you can. Yes, really. Also, Green Lantern Corps, Edge of Oblivion number 3. Ethan Van Sciver's art alone is worth the price of admission, and Tom Taylor's writing.
It's been good.
So he's working on bringing them back to the core DC universe.
They need to, they're sorely missed.
And there's a lot of other cool stuff. Just going to mention Detective Comics 50, Legend of Wonder Woman number 3. If you've got that Wonder Woman itch, she's coming out in the new movie. Grab this book.
New Suicide Squad number 18, Red Hood Arsenal number 10. Red Hood Arsenal, it's been better than Red Hood and Outlaws was. I'll say that right now.
Which Red Hood and the Outlaws are getting a new book under DC Rebirth. But what will the DC continuity look like? Was Arsenal ever a member of the Teen Titans? Was Cyborg ever a member of the new Teen Titans?
I don't think Cyborg
How are they going to fit it all in? We don't know.
I don't think Cyborg will be, man.
Anyway, tons of cool books. Anything else you want to say as we close besides Telos number 6, last issue?
Telos, man.
But Tom King's rumored to be the next Batman, right?
Telos, man, I'm going to miss him.
Kenny, you're going to miss Telos. We know that.
I've never read him, but I'm going to miss him.
Me too.
Who was he?
He's Arak, Son of Thunder, Warlord.
Arak.
Which I think I'm the only guy that might know who that is. And I actually had his toy.
Idea. I have no idea.
I have his toy. I'll throw it up on the screen. Arak, Son of Thunder.
Somewhere.
Anyway, those are DC Comics. Check out some more of these books, and we'll be right back. And we're going to be talking Marvel.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. Armed with quick-draw 45s, the mysterious crime fighter faces the evil Shawan Khan. But Shadow's hypno-eyes cloud men's minds.
You will obey.
Khan escapes on his serpent bike.
After him, Shadow.
Khan fires first. Shadow Cycle pops a wheelie, launching a counter-missile.
Into the road, Khan.
Or is it? Who knows? The Shadow knows. Shadow, Night Myth Cycle. Other figures and vehicles, each sold separately.
We're back, and we're talking Marvel Comics.
Marvel.
It's Marvel. Let's talk Marvel. Okay. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 3.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been
ties
awesome.
in with Avengers Standoff.
Yeah, they started referencing Pleasant Hill at the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 2, and this book has really surprised me how much I like it. It might be because I really love the show, but I really love comic book Coulson. Because Coulson is like the ultimate superhero fanboy. Like he knows everything about every superhero. Like he's
the ultimate nerd.
That's what they found out. His girlfriend Lola, extracted information from his head. Like he never even developed these plans to take down all the super. It's kind of like a Tower of Babel.
Mark Waid. Yep.
Yeah. The kind of deal,
it's a Justice League story if you haven't read it.
Batman had contingency plans to take down all the members of the League if they went evil or something. Well, Coulson had these ideas in his head, but he never actually put the plans out there. Well, his girlfriend Lola was a telepath and extracted these ideas out of his head So now Coulson feels all betrayed and all this stuff, and it's really been good. Like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has surprised me.
I just extracted your bank account number. Okay, anyway, go ahead. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually made me laugh there.
It's been good. Like, I think I still need to add it to my file. I've been just grabbing it off the shelf.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's fantastic. Great.
I say read it. If you like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the show,
Mixed in with the Marvel Universe, it's great.
If you like Coulson,
Quake
is awesome. I mean, you got Fitz, you got Simmons, you got Melinda May, you got
Deathlock.
Mockingbird. Deathlock's on the team, which he needs to be in the show a lot more.
He does.
I mean, dude that plays Deathlock is awesome. He was Charles Gunn on Angel. Did any of y'all watch Angel? Angel was an amazing show.
No. Anyway, read Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 3. Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy number 6. Star-Lord is finally back with the team, but what does that mean for Star-Lord? Kitty Pryde?
She wasn't ever really Star-Lord. That's the thing. She dressed like Star-Lord. She never called herself Star-Lord. Like,
I think Star-Lady works.
But she didn't call herself that. She was Kitty Pryde. Like, she never referred to herself as Star-Lord. She never referred to herself as Star-Lady. She just dressed like him, and that was it.
Just saying, Star-Lord is back in the book, man.
People
have missed him.
Well, I'm just saying, people were like, "Oh, Kitty Pryde, Star-Lord now," and they got to keep making all the guy characters girls and no, man, she just dressed like him. They didn't call her.
She just replaced him temporarily.
Yeah, she replaced him, and she wasn't even the leader.
Everybody wigs out.
Rocket's the leader.
Everybody wigs out a little time reading them. It's different if you actually read the books, then complain.
Yeah.
Like, read first, then complain.
If that's what you do, if you're out there and you're complaining about books that you don't even read, your opinion is immediately not valid. Or if you just watch movies and you don't read comics and you act like you know stuff because you Wikipedia a character, you don't know what you're talking about, and your opinion's not valid. Sorry.
Okay, I will say this. I'm going to end here. Scott Lobdell. Doomed was a bad book. We'll stop there. Okay, so we were talking Scott Lobdell, but we're going to move away from Scott Lobdell. I don't know why
we were talking Scott Lobdell. You just
I was just saying, without reading it, if Scott Lobdell writes it and it's a concept like a teenage doomsday, sorry, you can just say that's terrible.
We were talking Marvel.
I know, but I'm
just brought it out of nowhere.
We were just saying if you complain about it and you've never read it, that's one thing. But I don't know, Scott Lobdell might redeem himself. His Generation X was fantastic in the 90s and X-Men.
But you're a comic book reader. You can complain about comic books if you're a comic book reader.
That's why they invented the internet.
I'm just saying, you can complain about comic books if you're a comic book reader. If you know what you're talking about when it comes to comics.
Okay, let's get back on track.
You don't have to read a book to actually talk about that book, but you have to read comics. You have to know about comics. You hit a nerve, man. What can I say?
All New Wolverine number 6, written by Tom Taylor. X-23 is the new Wolverine. It's a good read.
Haven't read it.
Need to read it, man.
It's awesome.
All New X-Men's actually really good. She's on that team as well. You got Kid Apocalypse,
I'm all sad.
Genesis.
There's so many books I'm missing out on.
So, Amazing Spider-Man number 9. Spidey's taking on Scorpio, the Zodiac. Alex Ross does the covers.
There's a lot going
it's
on
Peter
in
Parker
Amazing
grown
Spider-Man.
up. It's a good book.
There's a lot going on in Amazing Spider-Man.
A lot going on. Black Knight number 5, sadly. Last issue. But hey, Marvel is throwing out a bunch of stuff. DC's going to be doing the same thing. They're seeing what works. Black Knight, people didn't read.
I think I dropped it after 2 or 3, and I was just like,
I was going to say,
it was cool once the Uncanny Avengers showed up, but
I just think Dane Whitman, my favorite version of him is when he was in the Ultraverse way back in the 90s. I just thought he was the leader of the team. It was actually really good. But anyway, Black Knight 5, it's over. Doctor Strange number 6. And Infinity Entity, number 1.
See, now, I don't know if I'm going to like reading this.
Read the Infinity Revelation, the Infinity Relativity, and then this is the sequel before the Infinity, I don't know I can't remember the finale. But it's Adam Warlock.
That sells me right there, because Adam Warlock is the man.
Yeah. Adam Warlock, and of course, if you I read the Infinity Revelation for the first time here just like a month ago. I was blown away. Jim Starlin, fantastic.
Is that the order it goes in? Infinity Revelation, Infinity
Relativity, and then the entity's the next one.
Should you have to read Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War or Infinity Crusade? No. Okay.
Pretty much in Revelation, they kind of bring you up to speed on Thanos and Warlock, and Starlin kind of basically brings Thanos full circle It's like a dual universe time, because like every other panel, it's like their costumes change, and I was like, I didn't notice it, and I was like, man, this is weird. Warlock looks like this in one panel, but then you find out about halfway through the book why they're doing that.
I remember you texted me.
Starlin pretty much brings Thanos back to who he is. Really good.
I remember you texted me while you were reading it. You like sent a picture of the cover, and you said, "Man, this is trippy."
It is. It's very trippy. So anyway, check out Infinity Entity #1 with Adam Warlock. Lots of other Mockingbird #1. I like Mockingbird and Amazing Spider-Man. I love her in Amazing Spider-Man.
I don't know. I really love her on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Adrian Palicki, whatever.
She did a good job in John Wick, by the way.
Yeah, John Wick was awesome.
Yeah, not everybody likes it, but I thought it was
You need to
pretty
watch
good.
the trailer for Keanu.
Oh, eventually. Okay, here we go. Mockingbird #1. Check it out. Lots of other cool books. Mighty Thor.
Mighty Thor. Seriously, like one of the top 3 best books Marvel has going right now. You need to read it. I keep telling everybody. Everybody's like, "Well, it's Thor. I don't know nothing about Thor." Don't matter, dude. Read it. It's amazing.
We have Spider-Man Deadpool #3, Uncanny Avengers #7, which ties in with Avengers Standoff. If you haven't read it, you need to. It's back here in the yellow cover right there. See it? It's right there. Read it. It's good stuff.
Vision #5.
Which Tom King's going exclusive with DC, but he's going to wrap up this book around, I think, #12 or 13.
Man.
Vision is great.
Tom King's good. DC needs some talent. I don't know if we could just get Nick Spencer or Jason Aaron to do some DC stuff. I don't want them to go exclusive. Man, imagine a Nick Spencer Flash book.
I think if you were here for the in-store convention kickoff, and if you didn't, boo-hoo on you. But they announced a lot of cool stuff. DC, Jim Lee, and both Dan DiDio both said they're going to embrace the history of DC Comics, which is what I've said all along. It's what they needed. You can't throw away the past. You don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Whatever that means. But
I don't know, but I like it.
I know what it means, but
I like it.
So anyway, yeah, DC writers. You're gonna see probably more switch over with the writers here coming soon. Now that they're gonna embrace their history. A few things to mention. More Spider-Man #1, second printing of Miles Morales, his book, which is fantastic. If you have not read it, more of those are coming in.
I haven't read #2 yet, but I really like
#2 was great.
Was it?
Yeah, I really like this book.
I haven't read it yet. I have like 3 or 4 more books left from last week, and then I'm all caught up until tomorrow.
I really enjoy Miles in the main Marvel Universe and not in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, it was the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, exactly. Ultimate Universe was great, and it helped bring the main line to what it is today. So we don't want to totally bash it, but it got to the point where they didn't need it anymore. Leave it at that. More True Believers Deadpool #1 issues all over the place, all for $1. I know Deadpool's already out, been out for a while, and Deadpool is like Deadpool. But
if you haven't seen it yet, why are you waiting on me? Just go see Deadpool.
I'm waiting on Batman vs Superman.
I'm waiting on Batman. Daredevil next week.
I know, man. It's coming. Punisher.
There's one thing I thought was really cool in the trailer. You hear Punisher say, I think you're a half measure. And I got my dad into the show recently, and we watched the Stick episode this weekend, and I forgot how Stick's always saying, "You can't do half measures, Maddie." And I was like, oh man, that's a cool throwback. I thought it was awesome.
Speaking of which, Stick is in the Contest of Champions book, which is absolutely the most underrated Marvel book out there. Al Ewing, I'm shouting out to you, buddy. Great job with this book.
It was smooth, man.
Look at that segue.
It was smooth.
Bam. Check out these other Marvel books that you should be reading this week and every month.
Right somewhere on the screen.
They'll be on the screen, and even after we leave the screen, you're going to see them.
They will be.
Hey everybody, I've got my friend Zach here.
Hey.
Who we call Dr. Weatherholt, and he's here to talk about One Punch Man. Zach.
One Punch Man, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Saitama's this bald dude, and he is the One Punch Man. He's this dude you see here in the weird yellow jumpsuit thing. And his superpower says it all in the name. He's the One Punch Man. He defeats everyone in one punch. And that doesn't sound like good storytelling. It's really not.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
I don't know.
It's like 2 panels and it's over,
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's really how it is. Like, they do all these build-up for fights and, like, these giant monsters. And it's like a parody almost on a lot of the big manga and anime. They're huge, like Attack on Titan and things like that. And it's all this build up and all these great gruesome monsters, and you think it's gonna be an awesome fight scene, and then he just goes at it, one punches it, and he's done. And I don't know, it makes it really interesting because he's like almost jaded with being a superhero, and like, you know, if you beat everything in one punch, where's the challenge? And it's got a lot of really dry humor, and I'm not usually into comedy books at all, but I really dig this because it's like a comedy parody, but it's also serious. It's really cool, really good character-driven story. I actually recommend it to anyone who's into like a new manga, anything like that, but anyone who just likes a good superhero story, or like any like superhero story that's not straight up Superman, Batman stuff, but more like some of the Image like sidekick or anything like that kind of like shows another side of a superhero's life. This is definitely that, like a slice of a superhero's life.
So would you say it has a slight darker tone despite all the humor?
Not really.
Not really?
It's really just dry, but it's just him living in his apartment, you know, chilling. You know, giant guy busts through your roof. He just wants his roof fixed. He doesn't want to fight bad guys. He just wants you to fix his roof and leave.
So is it kind of like the bad guy of the, you know, like in comics, this is the bad guy of the month kind of issues. It kind of work like that?
Every single one is something different, and
Okay.
you can definitely see what they're parodying too. Like I think it's in the second volume or something. Almost word for word, an Attack on Titan shows up, and they don't even try to hide it. I mean, it's more or less it, and he deals with it, you know. And then the next issue, it's giant lion man prancing through the streets, and
So do they just come out? Are they like drawn to him, or do they just come out of nowhere?
he lives in a world. It's like a parallel, alternate Japan, where he was a businessman. He hated his life. He got fired. And, you know, in this world, monsters just roam the streets. So he's like, you know, I'm going to do something about that. I want to make something out of my life. And so he goes and he trains in the woods for 3 years, trains so hard he goes bald. And then
Wow.
he gets the power to beat stuff in one punch. He doesn't know how he did it. People try to ask him. And he's like, well, I do my push-ups and my sit-ups. And that's what happens. So he can't really explain it. And everybody thinks it's something extra, maybe radioactivity or something, because he lost his hair. But no, he just says he trained so hard his hair fell out. So, I mean, he doesn't know why he's strong. And there's also other superheroes. There's a whole, like, Watchmen-esque, Justice League-esque element to it with registering as a superhero. And all these other superheroes are out there doing stuff and getting big names. But because he's got, like, this crappy yellow jumpsuit and he's bald and... You know, nobody ever gives him recognition. They're just like, okay, well, this monster just died out of nowhere. We don't know what happened. It was just instantly dead, so...
This almost got a Peter Parker element there, how he always gets blamed, although of course, you're a big fan of Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
That's cool. That actually sounds really cool. I actually might check that out.
Yeah, and it's only on Volume 4 right now, and you get a ton of... This is, I think, 10 different chapters in Volume 1, and there's almost a different monster, different fight in every single chapter. There is a continuing story, but you could almost jump in anywhere, and it's, you know, just so tongue-in-cheek and so ridiculous you could just follow along.
That sounds cool, Zach. If you want One Punch Man, order it today or grab it off the shelves, and if you don't see it, you can still order it. Thanks, Zach.
No problem. I'll see you.
趣味でヒーローをやっているものだ。
Michael, we're talking your favorite stuff, and it's indies. We got some indie stuff to check out this week. We got Snowblind number 4.
Finale, man.
Is it number 4 or is it number 4? Yeah.
Snowblind has been fantastic. It's been a really good read. I'm excited. I want to know. Hopefully, we get some info. We've basically found out what was up with Dude's dad.
Witness protection program.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I have not read it yet.
You
can go ahead. It's okay.
He was.
Spoilers.
He was a total piece of duty. You know, like
Call of Duty.
No.
Oh, the other dude.
He was a piece of crap. You know, like he did some really bad things. Like at first you think, oh, like he did something good, like he ratted on these people, now he's in witness protection, and then they end up revealing like, nah, he was like, he killed some people and ratted out his brother or something, or his dead brother, because his brother got killed by a cop or something. I'd have to, you know, pull out the issue again and give it another look-see just to refresh my memory, but it's really good. The art is not the greatest, but I like it. You know, it's kind of minimalist and it's not super detailed, but I like it.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah. It's kind of like watercolors or something. Something like that.
I see what you're saying. It's not exactly watercolors, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's good. You should pick up Snowblind.
It's not exactly an ink wash, but anyway, long story. Art terms there. Snowblind number 4. Check out. There's also Dark and Bloody number 2.
The number 1
This is a Kentucky
really
book, by the way.
surprised me.
It's
Yeah,
Kentucky.
it's based in Kentucky. If you live here in Kentucky and you aren't reading this book, I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed for you. It's about Kentucky. You need to read it.
And it's not about the Wildcats.
No,
Just saying.
just like if you didn't watch Justified, what was wrong with you?
Dark and Bloody number 2. Check it out. Moonshine and Kentucky. And
And
Moonshine
there's some supernatural stuff.
Moonshine
going on
and
too.
Monsters is what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
it's cool.
check it out. Descender number 11, written by Jeff
El Jefe.
Lemire. Fantastic. We've talked about it plenty of times. Recommend you to
read
try
it.
the trade. Special order it today.
You got Jupiter Circle Volume 2.
Number 4.
Number 4, Jupiter Circle, Mark Millar. But,
Who's going to be writing Empress coming out from Marvel's Epic?
Yeah.
Or is it Icons line? Sorry,
Jupiter
Icons.
Circle. At this point, this is Jupiter Circle Volume 2, and Jupiter Circle Volume 1 and Volume 2 has just been a prequel to Jupiter's Legacy. When is Jupiter's Legacy coming back?
I would like to see a sequel to Jupiter's Legacy.
I don't even want a sequel. I wanted just to continue. It stopped at number 5, and it kind of just stopped.
He'll probably do another volume.
It needs to come back because Jupiter's Legacy is fantastic. Like
Jupiter's Legacy, it's over the top Miller stuff. But
it's not.
good.
It's not like it's.
I'm just saying it's a typical what's the one that was like Flash Gordon? What was it called?
Starlight.
Starlight was fantastic.
I've never read that.
Starlight was great.
That's how I feel about Jupiter's Legacy.
Starlight was very innocent, very.
Jupiter's Legacy isn't innocent.
No, it is not.
But
So
it's fantastic.
Starlight
though.
was a great book.
It's really good. I love it. Jupiter's Legacy is great.
Yeah, but anyway, Jupiter's Legacy was very interesting. I'll give him that. I enjoyed it. It was good.
We got Insects number 4.
Yep, that's a
from
Caitlin
Aftershock.
favorite right there.
It's not a bad book. Like the first issue didn't sell me that much. I read the second, the third. It just keeps getting better. Check it out, Marguerite Bennett, Aftershock Comics, man.
Yeah, as we also had Lucifer number 3, Slash and Burn number 5.
Slash and Burn. It's coming to a close soon, but Slash and Burn has been great.
Also, my personal favorite from Valiant, Ninjak number 13, which, by the way, 4001 AD just announced. And by the way, if you've never tried Valiant, it's a great jumping on point to try Valiant this summer with 4001 AD, a major event with Valiant. And Valiant is one of those companies that people really should try. I'm going to say it again.
Man, I really am interested in getting into Valiant, but
if you like cohesive universe with magic, medieval elements, tech elements, and superhero elements all in one, you should try Valiant.
I really want to get into Valiant at this point.
I would just try it. Try one of these try 4001 AD, which actually will be in the future.
See, how do you want to try a big event book of a universe you've never read before?
Well, they introduce you on the first page, just like Marvel, on all who the characters are. I just think it's worth a shot to get you interested. Book of Death was one of my favorite minis of this last year. Really good. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway,
a new Archer and Armstrong is coming out soon, isn't it?
The Adventures of Archer and Armstrong.
I really want to get into Valiant. I really do.
I would just try it. Read number 1.
My wallet can't take much more, Captain.
Okay, Star Trek number 55. Pff, look at that.
Yeah.
When's the new movie come out?
Is it this summer?
Is it this summer?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I'm ready for another Star Trek film myself.
This
I
one
love the chemistry and the dynamic of the team.
Yeah, like they're great. The cast they got is superb.
Yes. So Star Trek 55 comes out. Also, a couple quick shout outs. Oh, go ahead.
Winona Earp number 1.
Based on the new sci-fi TV show.
That didn't come out last week? I thought it came out last week.
No, we got exclusive variants.
This week?
Yeah, it comes out this week, but we got exclusive variants last week.
Diamond, what are you doing to us?
So anyway, Voltron from the Ashes number 6, and I think Headlopper number 3, which is also a Caitlin mention. We'll let her talk more about that. Any other indies you want to mention here?
I don't know any more that are coming out. There's probably some more that I read that are coming out.
There's probably more.
There's probably not on your little list here.
Well, you got some Venus books coming out.
Venus? What, Venus is coming out?
Your number 2's fun. Yeah.
Oh, my special order's coming in. Venus is great. Venus is awesome. First man mission to Venus. I don't know how that works, but
check it out. Anyway, those are some indies you should check out. Here's a few more, probably that we may not have mentioned, but you can see and check out for yourself. That's all you got, Michael. That's it. No words.
We interrupt with a Ghostbuster bulletin. Supernatural activity has been sighted in Chicago. Ghostbusters are going live to the scene.
Look out, a ghost! Ah! Help, Lewis! I'll get her with my power pinchers. Great new equipment. Oh no, it's Terror Tongue! Help him, a tongue sandwich! Fire, bounce a bazooka! To the ghost sweeper!
New figures and vehicles each sold separately.
Nailed him! Mean machine!
If you see anything unusual,
Gotcha!
you know who to call.
And that's it. That is it for this week. Big Bang Talks Comics. I'm Daryl.
And I'm somebody.
Don't forget the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice VIP experience. Order it now, or Michael is gonna he has to buy another hat.
You gonna pay for it?
No, they are. You weren't gonna pay. Not really. Never pay for his hat.
Yeah, talk about my hats.
So anyway, we're talking comics
I like my hats.
until next time. Don't forget that
We got them.
back on track. Visit ByBigBang.com for more information.
I like my hat, man.
Finally.